Hi everyone, welcome to today's yoga practice. My name is Pilar and I will be taking you through today's yoga flow. And once you find that comfortable position, just allow your eyes to close. And breathe. Just taking a moment to land on your mat. Taking a moment to bring your awareness inward. Letting go of anything else that might be going on around you. Just coming into your breath, into your body. Bringing your awareness to how you feel today, emotionally. And there's nothing you need to do about it, just bringing awareness to how you feel in this moment. Starting to maybe take deeper breaths. Taking your inhales deep down into the belly. And on the exhales, breathing everything out. Starting to melt away tension from the body. Relaxing all the little muscles in the face, in the forehead, around the eyes. Releasing tension through your neck. Maybe roll the shoulders down and back, lengthen your spine. Creating more space in your chest. And really allow the belly and the chest to expand as you inhale. And fall as you exhale. Let your arms and legs be heavy. Take a few more rounds of breath here. Maybe setting an intention for your practice today. Maybe you want to be able to breathe better or bring more calm into your life. Whatever it is that you want to bring into your life, breathe that in. Take one more full round of breath. And now slowly start to flutter the eyes open. Come back to the room. If you're standing or lying down, come into a seated position. And once you're there, bring your right fingertips down toward the earth. Reach your left fingertips high. Really anchor down through your left hip. Create a nice long line. As you exhale, reach your fingertips over towards the right. Taking deep breaths. Really breathing into the left side of the body here, gazing up towards your left hand. One more full round of breath. And now slowly start to bring your left palm down towards the earth and start to make a half circle, moving forward, holding forward through the center, and coming over towards the left side. Now keeping your left fingertips down on the earth. Inhale, your right fingertips high, anchored down through your right hip, and exhale to bend towards the left. Take one more full round of breath here. And now slowly start to bring your right palm down towards the earth and do that half circle over towards the right. Lifting your left hand up and over and exhaling as you circle back through the center. Repeating this a few more times, moving in a way that feels good to you, opening up the side body, lengthening the spine as you come forward. Breathing through each movement, really connecting your body to your breath. And one more time on each side. One more deep inhale. On the exhale, come back to the center and bring your hands towards your knees. Take a deep inhale as you lift the chest, lift your gaze, hugging your shoulder blade together. And exhale as you pull the belly button in towards the spine, extend the spine. Letting your head be heavy, take a deep inhale, lift the chest, lift your gaze. And exhale, pull everything in. One more time, deep inhale. And exhale as you pull everything in. Now come back to center. Take an inhale to lengthen your spine. Reach your palms up towards the sky. As you exhale, twist towards the right, bringing your fingertips down towards the earth. Coming into a twist. And a nice gentle twist here. You want it to feel good on your spine, not going too far back. Make sure the shoulders are stacked over the hips and you have that nice length through the spine. Now take a deep inhale as you reach your fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale to twist towards the left. Keeping that softness through your face. One more round of breath. Now taking a deep inhale, reach your fingertips high. As you exhale, twist towards the right. Inhale to reach. And exhale to lower. A few more times, bringing a nice gentle movement to the spine. Embracing that twisting motion. One more time in each direction. Inhale to lift and exhale to lower. Inhale as you lift high and exhale to lower. Now come back to center and meet me in a tabletop position. Remember that you're always welcome to use a folded up blanket underneath your knees to create a little bit more cushion. And once you're in your tabletop position, make sure that your wrists are underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. Taking a deep inhale, lift the chest, lower the belly, and gaze forward, lifting your hips up towards the sky. As you exhale, melt your hips down and back, bow your head forward, extending the spine. Take a deep inhale as you round out through the spine. Lower the belly, lift the chest for cow pose. As you exhale, shift the hips back towards your heels. Release the spine, release your head. A few more times, inhaling as you lift up, lowering the belly, lifting the chest, and moving at your own pace. Slowly lower the hips, release the spine, release the head. Moving with your breath here for one more full round. And exhale as you lower the hips. Release the forehead. And take a moment here to breathe into your back body. Taking a couple more deep rounds of breath and relaxing into the posture, relaxing the arms, releasing tension through the hips. Take one more deep inhale. As you exhale, make your way back into your tabletop position. Now plant your left hand in the center of your mat. And take an inhale to lift your right hand high, opening the chest. Taking a couple rounds of breath deep into the right shoulder. Now slowly start to make little circles moving from your shoulder joint. Little circles with your arm. And now reverse your circles. One more deep inhale here. As you exhale, thread your right arm underneath the left, lowering your right shoulder as much as you can towards the earth. Maybe walking your left fingertips forward, creating a little bit more space in your left side body. Take a couple deep rounds of breath here, really allowing your chest to melt forward. Now, if you walked your fingertips out, slowly walk them back in. Press yourself up to your tabletop and bring your right hand to the center of your mat. Inhale your left hand high. Couple deep inhales into the left side of the chest, your left shoulder, opening up the chest. Pressing away from the earth with your right arm. And now slowly start to make those little circles. And reverse your circles. Take one more deep inhale here. As you exhale, lower your hand back down towards the earth. Bring your wrists underneath your shoulders once again. And start to make little circles with your wrist. So really bringing your focus to your wrist here. It doesn't need to be a big movement. And not sinking all of your weight onto your wrist. So really pressing up through the arms. And now reverse your circles. One more round here, and now come back to stillness. Bring your knees a little bit further apart behind you and bring your toes together. Take an inhale as you shift your hips forward, opening up through the hips, lifting the chest. As you exhale, slowly press your hips down and back. Inhale as you rock forward, rounding up through the spine, lift the chest, lift your gaze. And exhale as you slowly press back. One more time, inhale, round up through the spine, open the hips. And exhale as you slowly press back into your child's pose, lowering the head down towards the earth. You'll notice if this is a little bit too much sensation for your hips, you can bring your knees in a little bit closer together. And if it's too much sensation on the knees, you can lower your hips less. So you can lift the hips up a little bit more, maybe place some pillows or a blanket underneath your hips. Whatever variation feels better for you, start to bring your fingertips over towards the left, keeping your right hip down, breathing deep into that right side body. One more deep inhale here. And now slowly start to make your way over towards the right. Sinking your left hip down and back. And not pressing it down and back, just allow your hip to fall down and back. Take one more deep inhale. And exhale as you slowly come back to center and rock your way up to your tabletop position. Now really spread your fingers out as wide as you can. Tuck your toes in and taking a deep inhale, lift your hips up and back. If this is too much, you have the option to stay on your knees and reach your palms forward, coming into your puppy pose. During your downward facing dog, start to find that feel good movement, maybe pedaling the heels, shaking the head, maybe nodding the head, and really extending that spine, creating space and length. Take a couple more rounds of breath here. One more deep inhale. As you exhale, start to walk your hands back. And once you're all the way towards the back of your mat, keep your fingertips down on the mat and start to pedal your heels in and out. And moving slowly here, really stretching through the calf, through your foot, letting the neck and head go. Now melt both heels down towards the earth, down for opposite elbows. And slowly start to sway heavy from side to side. Allowing the spine to be long here and taking a deep bend in the knees. Now slowly release your fingertips back down towards the earth. Step your feet all the way together. And take an inhale as you sweep your hands up to prayer overhead. As you exhale, interlace your fingers, release the pointers, and bend towards the right. Keep the chest open towards the sky. Bring your left shoulder down and back. And breathe into your left ribs here. Deep breaths. If this is too much on the shoulders, just relax the shoulders a little bit more. Open up the arms a little bit more. Taking a deep inhale, reach your fingers high. As you exhale, bend towards the left. Open the chest, breathe into your side body. And anchoring both feet down onto the earth. Take one more full round of breath. And now inhale as you lift your prayer high. Exhale as you cactus the arms, open the chest. Inhale, lift your prayer high. And exhale, cactus the arms, open through the chest. One more time, inhale to reach. And exhale, open the chest. Now inhale as you reach your prayer high. Exhale to interlace your fingers behind you. Once you're here, inhale, lift the chest, lift your gaze. Taking a few rounds of breath, keeping the belly button pulled in, connecting to your core. One more deep inhale here. On the exhale, slowly start to tuck your chin in towards the chest and allow your head to hang heavy. Still slightly drawing back with your knuckles, hugging your shoulder blades together. Take one more deep inhale into the back of the neck. As you exhale, start to slowly fold forward. First, looking down towards your belly button, then taking a deep bend in the knees, lifting your knuckles up towards the sky, and releasing the neck and head. Take a couple rounds of breath here, maybe find movement if that feels good, or just allow your upper body to hang heavy. Take one more deep inhale, open through the chest. And exhale as you release your fingertips down towards the earth. Walk your hands forward and come back into your downward facing dog. A couple rounds of breath. And now on your next inhale, lift your hips high. Exhale to step to the top of your mat. Once you're at the top of your mat, take an inhale to halfway lift. Bring your hands to your shins. And exhale to forward fold. Now taking a deep inhale, sweep your hands up towards the sky, keeping your arms, shoulders width apart. As you exhale, sit back into your chair for chair pose. If this is feeling like too much for your shoulders, you're welcome to bring the arms straight ahead, hug the shoulder blades together. Take a moment to notice where your knees are here. So keeping your knees in between, in line with your toes, so your knees aren't caving in or spilling out. If this is too much on the knees, you can lift your hips up a little bit higher, as high as you need to. You don't want to feel tension through the knees. Rock all of your weight onto your heels. Make sure you can wiggle all 10 toes. Take one more full round of breath, maybe getting a little bit lower if it feels good to you. And now inhale as you press into your heels, lower the arms. And you're welcome to take another round of chair like we just did, or you can come up onto the tippy toes. So this time, inhale your arms straight ahead. Maybe coming up onto the tippy toes. And exhale, just like your back is sliding down the wall, keeping the belly button pulled in, lifting the heels high, hugging your shoulder blades together. Taking a couple rounds of breath, finding a non-moving point to focus on. One more deep round of breath. And now inhale as you reach as high as you can, get as tall as you can. As you exhale, lower your heels, bring your hands to prayer and forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift, hands to shins, lengthen your spine. And exhale to fold forward. Now bringing your fingertips down to the earth. Step your right foot back towards the back of your mat, lowering your right knee down towards the mat. Untuck your toes at the bottom and make sure that you have a heel to knee alignment here. So your knee should be stacked right over your heel. Really anchor down through your legs, really pressing into your left foot, into your right leg. And once you have that strong foundation, take a deep inhale as you sweep your hands up towards the sky for crescent moon. Opening the chest, slightly lifting your gaze, and really activating through your inner thighs like you're trying to hug them together. Finding that stability for one more round of breath. And take a deep inhale as you reach your fingertips up a little bit higher. As you exhale, bring your hands to prayer and twist towards the left. And you're welcome to stay here in this twist, or you can hook your right elbow on the outside of your right thigh. Wherever you are in this posture, draw your prayer towards your heart center a little bit more on the exhales. Really grounding down into the earth with your legs. Take one more deep inhale. As you exhale, start to unravel yourself. Come back to center and frame your foot with your hands once more. Now tuck your back toes in and take a deep inhale to lift your knee off of the mat. Take a moment here to create a nice long line between your tailbone and the crown of your head. One more deep inhale, lengthening through the spine. On your exhale, bring your back foot in so that you can rotate your back heel down towards the earth while still keeping your hips squared. So your hips stay aligned with one another as you bring your back foot in. Start to straighten out your front leg, maybe coming up onto the tips of your fingers. And you can walk your back foot in as much as you need to here in order to make the posture more accessible. Let the neck and head go as you come into your pyramid pose. Drawing your right hip forward, left hip back, and keeping softness in your knees, not locking them out. Take one more deep round of breath. And now step your back foot about 1 foot's length back. Take a deep bend in your front knee and really grounding down through your legs. Take a deep inhale as you lift your hands up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bending a little bit lower into your lunge for warrior one. Keeping your hips squared, shining your hip bones forward. Take a couple more rounds of breath. Pulling the belly button in, keeping that connection with your core. Take a deep inhale as you lengthen the spine. Exhale as you open up your arms to the sides. Your hips are gonna rotate a little bit to face the right side. Bring your back toes to face the right side of the room. And if you're having a hard time keeping your left hip open here, you can widen your stance and bring your left foot out towards the left a little bit more. Stack your shoulders right over your hips and hug your shoulder blades together. And make sure your back arm is equally active as your front arm, reaching equally for the front and back of the room. Take one more full round of breath here. And now keeping your legs as they are, take a deep inhale, bring your right hand to your back thigh, reach your left hand up and over. Option 2, wrap your right arm around your low back for a little more opening in the chest. And now sink a little bit lower into your lunge, bending your front knee a little bit more. Take one more deep inhale as you reach back. As you exhale, straighten your front leg, bring your arms back out to the sides, and bring your palms to face forward. Take an inhale, reaching forward as far as you can without moving the legs. As you exhale, slightly bump your hips back and lower your left hand, reach your right hand high. Opening through the chest, staying strong through your legs, finding a long spine. Take one more full round of breath. And now slowly cartwheel your hands onto the inside of your left leg. So bringing your hands all the way down towards the earth, but keeping them on the inside of your left leg. Lower your back knee down towards the mat. Untuck your toes at the bottom And keeping your left hand right next to your left arch of your foot, press your left leg and arm into one another. And take a deep inhale to lift your right hand high. Take a couple deep rounds of breath here. Breathing into your chest, into your low back, your left hip. And now start to slowly make circles with your hand, rolling out your wrist. And now reverse those circles, stretching the fingers here too. Take one more deep inhale, open through the chest. Exhale to lower your hand down towards the earth. Now frame your left foot with your hands. Take an inhale. As you exhale, rock back on your left heel, straightening your left leg. And coming into your half split. So a lot of sensation here through your foot, through the back of your leg. Really breathe into it. Releasing the neck and head. Take one more full round of breath. Now slowly start to rock your way forward, framing your foot with your hands. Tuck your back toes in and either step your left foot back or just make your way back into downward facing dog. Option to find a different posture here, maybe child's pose, puppy pose. You're always welcome to get some water if you need it. Take one more full round of breath. Take this time to reconnect to your breath. As you exhale, step your feet towards the top of your mat. Inhale to bring your hands to your shins, lengthen your spine, and halfway lift. Exhale to fold forward. And now take a deep inhale as you step your left foot back, coming towards the back of your mat. Lower your left knee down towards the earth. Untuck your toes at the bottom. And once again, really anchor down through your legs, sending roots down from your legs all the way down into the earth. Once you feel that nice stabilization from your legs, take a deep inhale to reach your fingertips high for crescent moon. Open the chest and breathe deep. One more full round of breath. Now inhale as you reach your fingertips a little bit higher. Exhale to bring your prayer to heart center. Loop the shoulders down and back, open the chest. And now twist towards the right. And you can stay right here in this twist, or option to hook your left elbow on the outside of your right leg. Either way, on each exhale, draw your prayer closer to your heart center. Sending your breath to wherever your body needs it most here. Take one more deep inhale. As you exhale, unravel. Come back to center and bring your fingertips back down towards the earth. Tuck your left toes in and take an inhale to lift your left knee off of the mat. Create that nice long line from your tailbone to the top of your head. Allowing energy to flow through the spine. Now bring your back foot in, enough so that you can rotate your back heel down towards the earth while keeping your hips squared. Take your time getting there. And once you're there, start to straighten out your front leg. Maybe coming up onto your fingertips, releasing the neck and head. Coming into your pyramid pose. Keeping that softness in the knees. Take one more full round of breath. And now step your left foot about 1 foot back. Take a deep bend in your front knee and inhale as you use your leg strength and your core strength to reach your fingertips high. Once you're at the top, lower a little deeper into your lunge, shifting your left hip forward, right hip back, opening the chest. And always taking any modifications that you need. You can bring the arms straight ahead. You can bring your hands to your hips. You can lift up a little bit higher to release tension from the knees. So following your intuition, what your body wants to do in this posture. Take one more deep inhale. As you exhale, open up the arms to the sides and bring your back toes to face the left side of the room now. And maybe widening your stance if you want to create a little bit more space for your right hip to open up. Looking right over your right fingertips and stacking the shoulders right on top of the hips. Take a couple more rounds of breath, drawing your belly button in towards the spine. And hugging your shoulder blades together. One more deep inhale, reaching. As you exhale, bring your left hand to your back thigh, reach your right hand up and over. And if you did so on the other side, where you're wrapping your left arm around your low back. And on your next exhale, bend your knee a little bit more. One more deep inhale, reach back. As you exhale, bring your arms out to the sides, straighten out your front leg. And now bumping your hips towards the back, reach, reach, reach as far forward as you can before bringing your right hand down, left arm reaches up. Taking deep breaths, staying centered. Take one more deep inhale here, lengthen the spine, open the chest. As you exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the earth, bringing them on the inside of your right leg, and lower your left knee all the way down. Keep your right hand right by your right arch of your foot. Press your leg into your arm, and take an inhale to lift your left hand high. Noticing where you feel this sensation the most. Maybe it's through your right hip, maybe in your chest or your shoulder. Sending deep inhales into that area and melting away tension as you exhale. Now slowly start to make big circles with your hand. And reverse your circles. Now pressing away from the earth, take one more inhale, open through the chest. Exhale to lower your left hand down. Now frame your foot with your hands. Take an inhale to lengthen the spine. As you exhale, rock your hips back, lengthen the right leg. Releasing tension through the neck and head. Take one more full round of breath here. And now slowly start to rock your way back to center. Frame your foot with your hands and tuck your back toes in. Either sweep your right foot back or just make your way back into your downward facing dog. Taking a moment here to breathe, tune into yourself, your body. Taking another deep inhale, lift your heels as high as you can. As you exhale, melt your heels down towards the earth. And they don't need to come all the way down onto the earth, just as low as you can. Inhale, lift your heels high. Exhale, lower the heels. One more time, inhale to lift your heels high. And exhale to lower the heels. And now you can either stay in your downward facing dog, or you can come down onto the tabletop position to relieve some tension from your shoulders. Wherever you are, lift your right heel high and start to make some circles with your hip. Releasing tension from the right hip and reverse your circles. Moving from the hip joint, and now lower your foot back down towards the earth. Inhale to lift your left leg high, start to make some circles. They can be as big or as small as you'd like. Reverse your circles. And now lower your foot back down towards the earth. Inhale, lift your hips high. Exhale to lower your knees all the way down to the earth. Untuck your toes and reach your fingertips forward, melting your chest down towards the earth, keeping your hips stuck over your knees, lowering your forehead all the way down. And if you're feeling too much pressure on the shoulder joints here, you can open up the arms a little bit more. Take one more full round of breath. And slowly start to press yourself all the way up to a kneeling position. Once you're in your kneeling position, tuck your toes in underneath you. Take an inhale as you reach your right hand high. As you exhale, reach your left hand down towards your left heel. And it's okay if you don't reach your heel, just actively reach for it, even if you can't touch it yet. Maybe bringing your fingertips down to it or grabbing onto your heel. Focusing on opening through the right side of the body, reaching your right fingertips. One more deep inhale. And exhale to lower your arm, come back to center. Now inhale, reach your left hand high. Exhale as you lower your right hand down towards your heel, wherever you land for today. Inhale as you open up through your left side body. Breathing deep into your ribs. One more inhale. And exhale to lower your hands, come back to center. And now untucking your toes, lower your hips onto your heels, let your arms hang heavy here. And start to roll over your thighs, lowering your head all the way down towards the earth, coming into your embryo pose. Breathing deep into your back body. Take a few more deep rounds of breath. Really allowing yourself to let go in this fetal position. Allowing gravity to bring that gentle stretch through your spine, expanding. And you're welcome to stay here, or you can grab onto your heels and take an inhale as you lift your hips off the mat, rolling onto the top of your head. Take one more deep inhale. As you exhale, lower the hips down towards your heels and slowly press yourself up to a seated position, bringing your legs out from underneath you. And plant your feet out in front of you, bending your knees. Either grab for the back of your thighs or you can place your hands behind you for a little bit more support. Inhale to open the chest, gaze up. As you exhale, pull the belly button in and try to slowly lower down towards the mat. Coming all the way onto the mat. Once you're all the way down, bring your knees in towards your chest. Take an inhale. As you exhale, release the left leg long on the mat. And start to make some circles with your right hip. So massaging out your hip here, massaging your low belly. And reverse your circles. Now coming back to stillness, pull the belly button in towards the spine and use your core strength to lift your left foot up towards the ceiling. And it's okay if your knee is bent here, that's fine, just landing wherever you're at today. Start to make some circles with your foot. Bringing some awareness to your ankle joint. And reverse your circles. And now flex and point your foot, allowing blood to flow in the opposite direction here. It's always great to put your feet up towards the sky for a little bit. And now take a deep inhale as you hug both knees in towards your chest. Exhale to release the right leg long on the mat. And start to make some circles with your left hip. And now slowly start to reverse your circles. And now come back to stillness. Pull the belly button in towards the spine and use your core to lift your right foot high. Once you're here, start to make those circles with your foot, moving in a way that feels good on your ankle, releasing tension. And now reverse your circles. And now start to flex and point your feet. And now take an inhale as you hug both knees in towards your chest. Exhale to allow your knees to fall towards the right. Extending your left arm towards the left and melting your left shoulder down onto the earth. Take deep breaths into your chest. Now inhale as you slowly bring your knees in towards your chest. Exhale to release them towards the left. Extend your right arm towards the right. Take one more full round of breath. Melting your right shoulder down. And now take your deepest inhale of class as you hug your knees in towards your chest. Roll yourself into a tight little ball. Exhale as you release the head, release the arms, release the legs onto the mat. Allowing your eyes to close, come back to your natural breath. And for a few moments here, just melt against the support of the earth, letting yourself be. Now you're welcome to stay here as long as you'd like. If you're ready, start to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Stretch your arms long overhead. When you're ready, hug your knees in towards your chest. Rock from side to side, massaging your low back. Maybe opening the eyes. And eventually rolling all the way onto your favorite side. Slowly press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Bring your palms either down for grounding or up for energy, and close your eyes once more. Taking a moment to notice the difference in your breath, your body. Noticing the difference that it makes to take some time for yourself to move, to flow. And taking that with you for the rest of your day. Now bring your palms together at heart center. Namaste.